So, all right, let's get on to our next topic here while Bull ponders how they are not hitting over 300. It's brought to you by Game Time. If you decided at the last minute to head to the ball game with friends or family, maybe it's game day, and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands, that's exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app drop the closer you get to first pitch, and they've got some incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of buying. You can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
By the way, I got to give you this quick stat because I saw this the other day. Shohei's only hitting 278. Wow. You know how guys strike out like crazy amount now? Mm-hmm. Jason, how many in the 1990s, so 10 years, how many times do you think Tony Gwynn struck out in the 1990s? Now, to put it into perspective, like Aaron Judge, who's the best hitter in baseball, for this decade, he'll probably strike out 1,000, like 2,000 times. At least over 16, 1,700.
Gwynn over 10 years, I would say
213.
No, I would say like 50, 45 to 50.
Oh, you went too far.
I thought 4 or 5 a year.
He had 188 strikeouts. Now that doesn't seem that great because you said such a low number, but
I mean, that's still pretty great. It's 18 a year.
That's crazy.
20 a year.
It's 19 a year.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of
Bobby Jinks died.
Crazy things that catch your eyes, like eye-popping stats. G. Bush put this tweet out over the weekend that caught my eye. G. Bush said, Shedeur turns heads with must-see viral training videos.
Nobody does headlines better than G. Bush.
He is the king of headlines. And then this was the video that G was referring to. So, G, I'm going to play the video, and I want you to explain to the guys what you thought about this particular training video was eye-catching and turned your head. So the floor is yours, G. What's up with this video?
Hey, man, listen. So first of all, I feel like, shout out to Earl because he's seen this a little bit. He was with my man Cecil Shorts. It looks like he done tweaked his throwing motion a little bit. It looks like he's already accurate, but it looks like he's getting a little more velocity on these footballs, moving around. But more than that, I like that one right there. That was a laser. He looking crisp out there. But more than anything, you know what I liked? He had the brown helmet on. He could have wore any helmet he wanted to in the world. He could have had the Colorado Buffalo helmet. He could have been out there and just he didn't even have to put a helmet on. You know what? I think that was dope. You're like, yeah, you listen. I think he locked in. I think he's realizing, like, look, he's thinking more long term. A lot of times, like, we look at it and people's like, look, hey, is he going to start day one? Is he going to start this week? Going to start next week? How many games he going to start? I just feel like it's dope because he got the Browns helmet on. He in Florida. It's almost like, I explained it to McNuggets. It's like, the first time you go off to college somewhere and you come back and you playing a pickup game and you got your team gear on. Mm-hmm. You're around the fellas. You're hanging out. And you like, yeah, this is what we be doing over here. This is the way we be rolling. He just representing the city. So to me, I was like, now I did see Cam Ward. Cam Ward went back to Miami, and he had his helmet on for the Tennessee Titans. But I just think it just shows that, like, he's thinking of this more long term. He's thinking of it being more comfortable in his skin, coming out being like, hey, look, I'm going to work on my game. I could be doing a lot of other things right now. I could be running around drag racing or doing whatever I need to do or being in, buying clothes or something. But a couple of days before we're ready to lock and load, I think it's dope that he out there in the middle of the night in the rain, throwing the football, working on his game with the Browns helmet on, letting people know I'm out here representing for the whole city. I'm representing. I like the fact that he's energetically proud to have the Browns helmet on. We talk about it a lot of times about people that want to be here. Like, oh, we want guys that want to be here. We want guys, like, he could have did this and had no helmet on. I like the fact that he's saying, listen, y'all get used to the Cleveland Browns and you get used to me wearing this helmet because the Browns ain't the old Browns no more. We about to make the Browns look nice. We about to swag these Browns out. And I just like the fact that he was out there putting that work in, representing the city. So for me, I don't think he's looking at it like, oh, if I don't start week 1, it's some travesty. If I don't start week 5 or 6, I think he out there just comfortable and being like, man, listen, I'm out here just putting work in and I'm gonna get my opportunity. But believe me, even if you were a detractor, that's cool. I'm gonna win people over, but I'm still a Cleveland Brown. That's what I liked about it.
Jason?
Can't do it.
Come on.
I can't get excited over a video.
There you go.
It's 3 dudes throwing against air.
And man, it was beautiful, man. You see him drop back.
I mean, there's nothing negative about it.
You see the helmet?
I'm not.
Putting that work in,
I get what you're saying about wearing the Browns helmet. That's fine. And that's good. If it gets you excited, good. That's good.
Yeah.
We all listen. Everybody wants Shedeur Sanders to play well, or whoever plays in the Browns quarterback. That's a reality. If you're not rooting for the team. If you don't want them to play well, there should be no agendas when it comes to anything. Everybody should look at it fairly. I'm not going to get excited about a practice video. I do think I will say, listen, when I see Deshaun Watson, when he was still on, a viable player, and I would see him doing dancing videos, it would annoy me. So I'm like, okay, I like that he's practicing. That's good. He should be. That's a positive.
It doesn't piss me off.
I got nothing negative to say. I'm just not going to get excited about it. And you know what? It is smart. I don't know if he did this on purpose. He should practice in the rain a lot because there's bad weather here.
Yeah.
He should try to practice in bad weather. I mean, you can't get, you'd have to go to like Alaska to practice in snow right now, but practicing in the rain is good because you're going to have rainy, windy, crappy conditions here.
Hey, you know what?
You got to be prepared.
You know what I will say about what I'll say about it, Jason. I don't know. I majored in marketing in college.
Yeah. I like the shorts. I like
this guy. This guy is a marketing savant.
He certainly is.
Because the fact that he was like, listen. They said everything, we always talk about that 4th of July weekend, right? Mm-hmm. People want to get away. People in the media get away. He's like, oh, no. Y'all not going to forget about me. I'm going to drop this. He's wearing lime green shorts, the cutoff with the Browns helmet, with the visor. And then guess what?
Gee, it's the one sleeve cutoff, too.
Yes, the onesie. And he's out there, and look, these angles, you saw they set in the camera? These angles just make it look like it's effortlessly. Like, look, he's looking step, that one right there, you're like, oh my gosh, that's Patrick Mahomes.
That's true.
That look like Mahomes. Look how he said, yeah, we're going to get that angle like there. That's how we're going to roll with that. He was in there cutting this up. They was like, hey, we're gonna, hey, this is going to look great. And he's a marketing dude. He finds a way to endear itself to people, which I love that it's calculated because it takes a lot. Because you could get some backlash from you putting yourself out there, but when you embrace it, he's just like, this is what it is. I'm out here. I don't even know where he is. I don't know where is this at. Is this a football field, the back of a motel? I don't know.
Yeah, there is one angle where it looks like the back of a motel.
They in the rain photo,
like there,
right there. I'm like,
going on
is that a church?
Yeah, right.
Is this like, are there missionaries there? Like, and then they had somebody in the stands taking it. Yeah, let's get them raindrops.
Yeah.
We got to make sure it's raining.
Oh
right
yeah.
Hey, listen, look at him. Like, he got it. He out there making it look good. Shout out to him, man.
Gee, you said Shedeur is the master of marketing. I just want to give you once again kudos for Steve. Take the tag board full again here, but just
can
kudos
Shedeur become?
I mean, this is a headline of all headlines.
Can he make the Browns cool again?
Hey, listen.
It's actually a good question.
MBCA, make Browns cool again.
Oh, he's already done that. He got the #1 jersey. Like, here's the thing. Like, when you look at the cool nature of it, like when I saw a clip of him going to talk to these kids, right? Or it was the kids that was on the field. Where was that at? I don't know. They had the rookies there, right? Then they let Shedeur go last.
Yeah.
They just went crazy. Oh my gosh! I'm like, listen, you can't do that. Like, these kids was passing out. Like, I'm like, the thing about it is, and I think sometimes we see it and we be like, all right, we've had LeBron here. We've had Baker Mayfield here. We've had Deshaun Watson here. Heck, Odell Beckham Jr. is here. I think the different level of why he's so marketable is because he pulls up in these little regular spots and just be showing love. Like, you'd be like, why? You're not going to see Odell Beckham Jr. not pulling up like that. I don't even think he did interviews. Did he do local interviews?
Did he do?
I got one of the first local interviews.
I remember that.
Yeah. I did a one-on-one at his camp when he first came to town.
How'd that go?
It actually went. He was very nice, very friendly. We actually had a very interesting conversation off the air, and where I liked him coming in because Dustin and I were pounding the table to trade for him at the time, and then when I was very excited when they got him. I already liked him coming in, and then I won't get into the details of it, but we had a very interesting and different conversation off the air for like 5 minutes before he did the interview with me. And I liked him even more after that. I thought he was when it comes to some real life issues, I thought he was very thoughtful and cool. So I liked it. And obviously it didn't work out in the end. But
I was arguing with my brother, and he was like, "Man, I don't know if you could do that." I said, "Shedeur is already top 4 most famous. Like, if you had to do a Mount Rushmore of famous people in Cleveland, is he in the top 4?
Like currently in
all
Cleveland
time or right now?
In Cleveland?
We talk about all time.
No. All time?
All time.
LeBron.
No. So let's do the exercise.
Jim Brown. Well,
Okay.
We're doing all time.
Okay, well, I didn't expect you to say Jim Brown.
Kyrie Irving.
I mean, Bernie. Dude's never played a game.
He never played a game yet.
We're not even 100% sure he's on the roster yet.
You know what?
Put him on the top
if you
4.
said right now, I'd buy it.
I'm just
right
saying.
now.
No, I'm just
Right now, he's top 4.
Even though he hasn't played a game, I'd still say right now.
I didn't listen. I'm
not all time.
The 90s Indians guys?
G, is he the second most popular Brown right now?
Yeah.
Right?
How are we defining popularity?
If he walked, all right. If he walked down the, all right. Here's how we decide popular.
With G on this one.
Here's how we decide popular. Can you walk through a mall leisurely and not cause no issues?
Here's the problem, though. Basketball players, even if they're not that famous, are going to stand out more because they look physical. Like Shedeur, if you saw him and you didn't really he doesn't look physically unusual.
No, I would actually, I'd probably agree with. But if he's the second most famous now, how can you put him on the top 4?
Well, no, look,
if he's number 2 now.
But here's the scary part. Like you said, he ain't played no games.
he has,
like how you number 2? You ain't played no games.
He is the most popular late draft pick ever, maybe. Before he's played a game, certainly.
Like, if you're Cam Ward, you're like, bro, I went first.
Yeah,
he's like, no one cares. I've not seen no Cam Ward. Where's the highlights at?
I agree. I mean, you could make an argument that he is the second most popular Browns player right now.
It's Miles than him. I don't think there's even an argument.
No, probably not.
But I can't put him on the all-time popular.
No, he's not all-time.
Well, here's the thing. This is when we do power levels, right?
Yeah.
So Odell Beckham Jr. had to catch. Jim Brown is Jim Brown, and LeBron won a ring.
Yeah.
If you could even say that you're the second most popular dude moving right now,
which is crazy.
They were 3 and 14 last year.
3 and 14, fifth round
not
pick.
going to be a lot to pick from.
Have not seen no. Can you imagine if he throws a few touchdowns?
If Shedeur ends up being a great player for the Browns, forget even great. If he ends up being a very good player for the Browns, it's like Bernie, that level. You know, teams in the playoffs. Very good player. Not a Hall of Famer, but just a really good player. Yeah, he'll be an all-timer in Cleveland. No, 100%.
Because Bernie, look, like Bernie said, Bernie can't pull, like, somebody said, I was talking to my dad, he was like, I thought that was Bernie over there. I said, Bernie can't go to no regular gas station like that, bro.
I bet you Bernie goes to regular gas.
I'm just saying, I'm saying that's
without being recognized? No.
Without being recognized.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's somebody, like, there's no way that Shedeur Sanders could just walk through a mall.
Probably not. The only reason he could is because he's not, like, Bernie's way taller than Shedeur Sanders. So it's more noticeable, his height, whereas Shedeur is
I think Shedeur could put a hat on and pull the hood up.
He probably could, yes.
Because he ain't that big.
No, right. He's not abnormal. Like, he's just a normal size guy.
Now listen,
tall,
no disrespect to, all right, so let me put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
No disrespect to LeBron or Uncle Drew. Like LeBron said, I'm coming back home, and just had people show up for a party at Akron Rubber Bowl. Was like, yeah, I'm coming home. I'm gonna.
In 2014, that thing at the Infozition?
Yeah, like that's wild. Like now I'm just sitting back looking at it.
There was thousands of people.
How is thousands of people? He's not doing nothing. He ain't playing no games. He just came back to get on a microphone and be like, yo, yeah, I'm in this spot. And they're like, yeah, thousands of people.
I mean,
He's super famous.
I was there that night. What's Infozision Stadium in Akron hold? Like 30,000?
30,
I'll look
40,
it up one sec.
maybe?
There was probably, there's at least 10,000 people there.
LeBron can't go anywhere.
30,000.
Right, anywhere.
30.
There was at least 10,000
How
people
many
there
security people does he have with him at all times?
Not as many as you think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're just bigger than you think.
I mean, he had one guy. I told the story, right? About his one guy.
The biggest.
I'm glad you got that, G. No, tell a story.
He's not with them. He's not with them anymore. But his one longtime security guy.
Yeah, what happened?
We were coming off the court in Washington. We were in Washington, and that's when he hit that crazy shot. Like cross-court pass, Kevin. LeBron catches in the corner.
Yeah.
Three. If you find it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think that game went to overtime. They win the game. And it just so happened that the way that I was walking the media room, he was coming off the floor. And this is right after the game.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get away from him, and he keeps talking to me, and he's talking about he's just juiced.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the game and talking, and I'm like, you got to go. You got to go. I got to go. You got to go. And he just kept talking. His security guard, I'm not a small guy.
Yeah.
His security guard picked me off the ground with one arm. I was off, like my feet were dangling, and moved me.
How big was this guy?
Not as big as you would think, but big enough.
Strong as an ox.
Strong, and he was a cool dude. Like, he and I were good.
Yeah.
Bro.
And LeBron went in the locker room, and he apologized. He was like, I'm sorry. I know that was. I had to separate you guys so that he would go. I know you weren't doing anything wrong, but I had to remove you from him so that he would go do what he's supposed to do. I was off the ground with one arm.
Man.
Why is that? Now I need to know why that guy's not with him anymore.
I always told him, I said, like, man, you got to write a book. We got to write a book.
Yeah.
And he's like, no way.
No,
But
two more.
You don't get gigs like that if you're writing books.
Yeah, I know.
I guess you could retire from that.
I forgot his name.
Man, if he wrote a book about LeBron.
Good dude. He was a good dude. I like him
Two more
a lot.
things, and then we'll get to our last Cavs topic. But more popular in Cleveland right now, Shedeur or Jose?
That's messed up. Because Jose Ramirez is a borderline Hall of Fame player, but I'm going to have to say Shedeur Sanders. It's messed up.
In Cleveland, Jose.
Yes.
Nationally, Shedeur.
Yes, I agree.
And then lastly, Steve Becker wanted me to ask you guys if you think Shedeur will end up on the Browns' Mount Rushmore.
Man, you trying to set me up. That's crazy.
No, I would say no.
I don't think so.
I mean, the odds of the Browns, that means he has to be.
A Hall of Famer.
No, he had not. No, he's talking about LeBron could arguably be the greatest basketball player.
No, he said the Browns Hall of Fame.
Oh, I thought you meant
Browns-
the Cleveland Hall of Fame.
On the Browns' Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I mean,
You got to be a Hall of Famer.
Dude.
Yes.
I mean, there's Marion Motley. Our whole gym is named after. I can't say that. Jim Brown. There's Joe Thomas. I mean, Joe Thomas might be one of the best offensive linemen ever. Luke Rosa won how many championships?
Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have the
Chubb,
same
Clay
conversation.
Matthews.
Yeah.
We could have the same conversation about Mason Graham, Quinshon Judge. Like, we could do any player that hasn't played yet end up on the Browns.
No, you bet against any of them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's no knock against them. I mean, you just have to. All you got to do is just be better than Miles Garrett.
I have to admit, to use a cool kid's word, I'm low-key shocked that Garrett didn't say yes.
I'm stunned right now.
We found the line. We found the line.
Hey, Marion Motley.
Jason, you're high-key shocked.
Marion Motley, like it's Marion Motley and Jim Brown.
I mean, doesn't Paul Brown have to be
Paul
in there?
Brown,
Miles
Come
Garrett,
on,
Thomas,
Paul Warfield.
I
I ain't crazy.
Speaking of kid slang, I dropped a side-bow on my kids the other day.
I know what that is.
And they lost their minds. Because
What's
I'm up on
Oh, you mean you just use that term?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
shut your
Yeah.
ass up.
Nice.
And
Side-bow?
Side-bow. That's
Good
what
job
the
of
kids.
you.
And I dropped it, and like all their friends were howling. So,
Attaboy, Jason.
Yeah.